Good night, good night, good night. Welcome again. Welcome to the Sports FRENZZYY podcast. You know that this is kinda, well, I don't really want to say it, but this is probably our final show for the year. Probably not. It all depends on how we feel we might come back here, but it's glad that you guys missed us. I know that I got like around 5 messages last night asking where are you guys, but guess what? We're all okay. All of us are okay. We're in good stead. I hope that for all of you that celebrate Christmas, I hope that you're in good stead, and I hope that you're feeling the Christmas breeze. But personally, for me, I don't celebrate those things because I see Christmas as a commercial that it just it's just basically commercialized now. So I don't really find the fun in it anymore. Anyways, we're here tonight with Kems, and as you can see by his caption, Merry Christmas to all of you, and he's also the champion analyst. You know that he actually won the
Oh,
Sports Frenzy Analyst of the Year. Congrats again,
yeah,
boss.
give
And we
thanks.
have the man who call himself the guru and the man that knows a lot of
Well,
sports. This man is a bigger all rounder than Kims. It's not even close. I'm talking about
yeah, but what you know?
Rowan.
Well, check me well on. Let me say something quickly. Rowan, I really want to thank you. Say you come on closer to the end of the year because if you were here before, we wouldn't have a chance. So thank you for coming. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Next year, we can take it. Go on.
Good night, Kems. Big up
Yeah,
Levan
boss.
all the time, and to the viewers, and Josh in the background pulling the strings from behind the scenes.
All right, so you're what? We also have some giveaways tonight now because they said that it's a time of giving. So we have what is it, producer?
Four credit giveaway, $200 this time.
Okay, so we have 1,000 of digital credit to give away. So we'll split it into five, $200 to each person. So we have five people to give our credit to, and what we'll require you to do is call in and give us your answer because we're not taking answer from the comment section. We're not doing that. We want you guys to call in and answer to the questions. I'll soon give you the questions, but for now, we're just going to look forward to this weekend in the EPL. And before I get into that, I say Owen Dilworth in the comment section, big up yourself. I say Aldan, big up yourself. Miranda O'Connor, big up yourself, boss. And also say Latoya, good night. All right, so as we know, a few matches has been postponed, but we're not going to focus on those. We're going to look at the games that will be played, and we know that first up to be West Ham against Southampton come Sunday at 10 a.m. Now, Kems, you look at this one. West Ham need some points. Southampton, they need some points as well because West Ham has been on the rut, on the decline somewhat. Mikel Antonio off the ball. When you look at both these teams, which one do you think is in a better state to actually gain some points on this one? That's why you, Kems. Seems like Kim's gone off the ball. I'm running, can pick it up.
Yes, West Ham versus Southampton. This question was asked probably 3 weeks ago. Persons would have had West Ham as a banker playing at home against Southampton, which we know is very very up and down. But West Ham, since that result against Chelsea, they have gone off the ball as you alluded to earlier. It's going to be a close affair. The thing about it, guys, is that if we look at David Moyes, even when he was successful at Everton for all those years. He usually kept basically 15, 16 man rotation. He didn't deviate much from that. And we are seeing now where some players, as you mentioned, have gone off the ball, especially players at the sharp end of the attack. People like you mentioned Antonio, but Fornals hasn't been hitting the notes. Lanzini has come in, he has played fairly well. Ben Rama has gone off the ball. Bowen is still doing his thing, but even when Bowen was hitting the heights, at Hull City at the KC Stadium, he was one who he would score in bunches. You used to remember one season when he scored 17 goals in the championship, and that precipitated his move to West Ham. But I think there are deep line issues, guys, with this West Ham team. I don't think he has viable options from the bench because Vlasic hasn't really convinced. Yarmolenko, I think, is long in the tooth. He was brilliant in the Ukraine, but he hasn't replicated the form once he left the Ukraine. So I think Southampton should fancy themselves to get at least a point. They themselves have been setting the world alight under your German manager, and it's going to be a closely fought game. I tend to, in these games, always favor the home team. But Southampton, they do have the wherewithal to get a result, especially against this West Ham team. The defensive line has been decimated by injuries. We know of the fact that Ogbonna has basically been ruled out for the rest of the season with that ACL. We don't know when Zuma is likely to return. We saw Johnson, he came in, he basically usurped Sufal, and then he was also stricken by injury. Cresswell also has been plagued by injuries. So it's a team that is short on confidence going forward and hit with injuries at the back. And I think Southampton probably can get a point. But if I'm pushed to give a result, guys, I'll say that West Ham probably nicks it probably 2-1 because I don't think that they will be able to keep Southampton out. But I think they probably can edge it based on the fact that they're playing at home, and they definitely, as you alluded to correctly, live on before Kems comes in quickly, that they do need to put some points on the board if they're going to show that they are serious about European places, because a couple more bad performances and they could find themselves outside of a European spot.
Okay, so here's Jason saying that West Ham have only won one of their last 6 games, taking 5 from 18 available. Kems, your analysis on this one?
Ever since Antonio get that little private jet treatment, I don't know if it fly up to him head, but I mean, he's just not, he's just not the same Antonio that, remember we give him a nickname and we call him the National, and from him come back on the private jet, after that, Jamaican performance, he hasn't been the same. I don't know what is happening. But then what I can say West Ham hasn't been the same as well. And I realized when West Ham was in the top 4, probably when they were second place, David Moyes was getting a lot of praise. Deservedly so. But now they have seemed to start sliding back, everything started to become normalized, and I don't hear any more David Moyes noise. But this Southampton team is too hill and gully for me. Too up down. When they were playing against Crystal Palace, that was a game that I believe that they should have won. And they allowed Crystal Palace back in the game and earned that 2-2 draw. So, as Ron said, I would definitely have to go with the home team. I like teams who are desperate. And I think in this situation, I think West Ham is the more desperate team. Yes, Southampton is now near the relegation zone, but I think, the sites where West Ham was, let's say, 4 weeks ago to where they are now, I think they'll be bitterly disappointed to where they are. So I think they're more desperate than Southampton to get this W, and I think they'll find a way to win against a very poor team. So we always say, when you're in a poor run of form, who else to play against apart, with these bottom teams. So I think that I have West Ham to win this. I'd say 3-1.
Okay, so here goes our first question of the night for our first $200 giveaway credit, and this is courtesy of a kind sponsor of the show and a man who watches the show regularly. Well, once he can, he watches the show regularly, and that's Andrew Chelsea. The man said Kim talk a lot of bull, but man is on board. So here it goes. The question is, which manager holds a Premier League record after winning all 8 of his Boxing Day matches as a player? And I'll post the question in the comment section so you guys can see it, and I'll actually pin it. And remember, in order for you guys to win the credit, you need to call. Right? You guys need to call. If you don't call, I'm not going to accept the answer in the comment section. So there's the question on the screen again. Which manager holds a Premier League record after winning all 8 of his Boxing Day matches as a player? That is the question. And give me a quick second. The number for you to call is right there on the screen. There it is. It is 919-5816. So again, I'm going to read the question so you guys can call in and give us the answer to it. Which manager holds a Premier League record after winning all 8 of his Boxing Day matches as a player? I await your calls. All right, we move forward now and look at the next game. We'll see Tottenham taking on Crystal Palace. Tottenham have taken some points in the last few games and they have looked decent somewhat, while Palace on the other hand, they have been up and down. Alright, hold on a second because it seems like there's a call. Hello, good night. Stop listening. So I need you to stop listening to the whatever device you're listening to. Focus. Which all right, the question is which manager holds a Premier League record after winning all 8 of his Boxing Day matches as a player? Go again? I didn't get that. Go again. Alright, so who it is? Correct. And who am I speaking with? Alright, congrats, man. 200 credits all yours. Alright, boss. And I know that you're an Arsenal fan. That's the reason why you know the answer. Alright, Sharon. Continue supporting Sports Friends. So big up yourself.
How would that?
Sharon Bannick.
Oh.
But Sharon, next time when you call, focus on the telephone. Stop focus on Sports Friends, man. For me.
Hey, that question is too easy, brother.
Easy question. Kems, it's a season of giving. Come on, we can't make it so hard for them.
True, man. True.
So we have our first winner, and that's Sherwin Bannick. So 200 credit is all his. All right. Next up, as I mentioned, Tottenham against Crystal Palace. It's a good thing that we asked that question because it concerns the same player that was mentioned, and that is Patrick Vieira. So, Ron, you look at these two teams. Tottenham kinda seemingly finding their foot under Conte, while Vieira has been up and down with Crystal Palace. This week they look good, next week they're down. And basically some people call them the Conor Gallagher team. This time around, how is this one going?
As you mentioned, rightfully, Levon, under Conte, last 2 games they have looked better, and we expected it because he came in, picked up a team that was struggling under NES, doing Espirito Santo. No, they look more like what you would have expected Tottenham to look like. They played with vibrancy against Liverpool. Yes, we know Liverpool was short in terms of numbers, but this is Liverpool, so I think they will take some heart from that result. Yes, they were the team that carved out the clearer chances on the day, and we spoke about this, that they really should be kicking themselves because they should have left with all 3 points. But they were heartened by the display nonetheless, and they were able to follow it up because it's good to follow it up against proper opposition, especially in cup competitions. And we saw that they were able to follow it up with a good result against a spirited West Ham team in the Carabao Cup, and they are now in the semi-finals of that trophy, the League Cup trophy. So I really think that for this game, I think Tottenham starts favourites and deservedly so. Crystal Palace, they have been very inconsistent this season. They score goals, they create chances, but you always fancy yourself against that Crystal Palace defense. When you look at options around there, Guai, when you look at the fact that he is partnered by Tompkins because I think Anderson is still out. So they I think they have a soft center. I always look at the spine of the team. I think they have a soft center, and I think for the chances that they create, guys, I don't think that they are technically in front of goal. You look at all the options. Edward came with a big reputation from Celtic north of the border. Yes, he has scored goals. He has looked good, but not someone who you would put the money down on to score you 20 league goals. Jordan Ayew basically usually fluffs his lines. He, I think, is very fortunate to still be playing so many minutes with so many viable options from the bench. You know, and along with myself, Levon, that we rate Olise. We think he needs to get a proper chance. Eze is back to close to what we consider to be match sharpness, where he can probably start. Zaha has always infuriated and delighted in equal measure. And Benteke, yes, he has scored goals this season, but he has missed a handful of chances, so he could easily have been in double figures. Gallagher, when he blows hot, they tend to follow in the same state, but he is a marked man these days, and he will be a marked man based on his exploits this season. So I don't think he'll be afforded the opportunities that he was afforded early in the autumn, guys. So I think I'm going with Tottenham. Harry Kane will take heart from the fact that he was able to grab his second league goal. We know Son will be dynamic as usual. I think all Conte needs is that he needs the other players, whether it is Bergwijn or it is more anyone else who is playing in the forward positions to augment the aforementioned two. So I think I'm definitely going with Tottenham. I think they will have the measure of an inconsistent Crystal Palace outfit.
Okay. Here's Jason saying that Palace has won just one of their last 6 Premier League games. And also here's Joseph. Welcome to the podcast once again, my good friend from down there in Nigeria. He's saying that the EPL currently is like a pack of cards in a hurricane. The league should have gone on a 2-week break to get players fully recovered from the virus. Merry Christmas to everyone. Also say Michelle, you're saying that West Ham need a win and Southampton playing poorly, so I'll say 2 of the West Ham. I say Michael Reynolds saying that Spurs to lose. Here's he once again also saying that Conte, elite coach, but some sensationalists say otherwise. And if I came the man attack. But let's leave that alone. Here's Alex Brad saying that Spurs to win. Sherwin will just call saying that Palace to win, hope Vera bench Ayudo. Aldan don't further saying that right now I'm out to predict a Chelsea lose for Sunday, what I have never done. We don't really say it, you're jumping the gun. But Kems, in regards to this one, I see this one going. And remember guys, we're having giveaways tonight, we're having some credit giveaways, so I know you guys love to jump off the stream, so ensure that you stay on. But Kems, go ahead. Not hearing.
Oh, man, said the brother, I was wondering if he has any secret for Vieira because week in, week out, that man playing, as Ron say, he's been very fortunate to be playing so much minutes. What I'll say about this game, obviously Spurs will start as favourites. But when I look at this Crystal Palace team, you have to look and say, where can Crystal Palace create an advantage? And for me, I believe Crystal Palace have to make the game ugly. Make the game ugly, make the game scrappy, make the game ultimately dirty. All right? And then I believe that they can get a result from that. I believe that is the only way Crystal Palace can get a result because obviously on paper, better coach, Spurs are the better coach. Harry Kane now, scoring some goals. Obviously, Son has been there and the team has been playing, much better. Even though I don't rate this coach highly, but they've been playing better under this coach, than Nuno. But I'm just trying to find a way how, because I would really like if, obviously I'm looking below, because I think Tottenham have a game in hand, against some team. So I'm looking if Crystal Palace can even get a draw, it would benefit Manchester United in a way. But I'm going to go with a draw for this one. I want to go with a draw for this one because I believe, Patrick Vieira, as you asked in the question, even though as a player, I think he has some boxing day luck. Some boxing day luck. So I think he's going to find a way to make this game very ugly for Tottenham. No pretty passing. And then, so I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw, Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, Tottenham, 1-1 draw.
Okay, and before I move to the next game, another giveaway is up your hand, another $200 to give away. So here goes the question. All right, so it is Jurgen Klopp has won all 4 of his Premier League Boxing Day matches. Who is the only other manager with a better record winning all 5? So let me put it up on the screen. Here it is. Jurgen Klopp has won all 4 of his Premier League Boxing Day matches. Who is the only manager with a better record winning all 5? And remember,
that's too easy a question.
Yeah, so may I tell you?
The number to call is on the screen. So guys, call in and leave your answer. So I guess we have a caller coming in.
Ready?
Blessings, boss. Well, good.
Well, good night to the followers, except for Mr. Kems. Everybody pick up themselves.
Call to answer the question.
They want to answer the question, man.
All right, shoot.
That would be Mr. Pochettino.
Congrats, $200 credit to all your boss. Congrats, man, and continue supporting. I know that you're here most nights, and you call and vote for Kims the other night still now, even though Kims never know. But
yeah, man. This much I hold on beside some abonnement said was it.
I said from the man go the goose your side just can't catch a break.
Yeah, man. Pick up on yourself still.
Don't worry yourself, bro. The Christmas breeze will blow on you on your side, so you'll start picking up some wins again.
Let's see how it.
All right, bro.
Hey, who that?
Mark Bryan, man.
Oh, Mark Bryan. Mark Bryan knowing football, man.
Yeah, man. But the next game that we're going to look at is Norwich against Arsenal. And again, I'm going to start with the Arsenal, man, because, boy, Arsenal kicking up ahead of steam, man. I even said one of the worst strikers ever come through that academy in Ketia, scoring an hat-trick the other day, and he even scored a back heel to complete the hat-trick. But I know that there's one particular person that he's very happy for, and that is Patino, because he has been calling for him for a long while, and he took his opportunity with aplomb. Now, looking at this Norwich team, they aren't no good. So it's an easy win for your side.
It's never easy when Arsenal is playing away from the comforts of North London. They have been awful in terms of what they have exhibited as visitors on the road. From a possible 27 points on offer at the Emirates, Arsenal has had 22 that they have garnered. So that basically shows you that it's almost like a Jekyll and Hyde effect when they travel away from North London. Yes, they go to Carrow Road, play against a depleted and very, very out of form Norwich outfit, struggling to put points on the board and in danger of going back down to the championship at the first time of asking. Struggling to find ways that Norwich can hurt Arsenal, but Arsenal usually is adept at doing that themselves. When you look at the Norwich team, they just struggle to score goals, guys. Yes, Pookie is an honest try up front. He can chip in with a few goals. I've always called for Billy Gilmore. Thankfully, he has been restored to the 11 because I think they play significantly better when Gilmore is pulling the strings from that deep line position. Even if he doesn't have a future long term at Stamford Bridge, because remember his own guys by Chelsea, I think he's a proper Premier League quality player. So I think Gilmore definitely adds to the Canaries their style of play. And I definitely think going forward, the Insigne needs to get Todd Cantwell back into some frame of mind where he can play football, because he is their most creative player. I've always called for him to be a part of their team. But I think Arsenal will start favourites, and I think they will do the business, albeit away from home. I think they will concede, but I think Arsenal is in such a rich vein of form that I think they will have the measure of this overmatch Norwich team. So I'm thinking probably 3-1 to the Gunners.
Okay, and here's Jason saying that Norwich has failed to score against Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, Man United, Tottenham, and Arsenal earlier this season. They lost all matches to 0. Kims, the last time out that you predicted a game for Arsenal, no? That would have given someone a very nice Christmas bonus. So I know that they're paying attention to what you have to say about this game tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, on Sunday, I mean. So what do you have to say about this game?
This is a nice Boxing Day special. You know, I don't know if Ron is just just don't want to jinx Arsenal or whatever. But this is a butter pancake kind of game. Easy butter pancake. I believe that Dean Smith should have took a break from coaching. I think he should just take a break, spend some time with his family, and make a decent coach. Take over Norwich, because Norwich is down there fighting to survive, and I don't think Dean Smith is the man to get them over the hump. Obviously the new manager bounce get them the first game, and I think they got a draw from it. But apart from that, the football hasn't improved. The way they move the ball hasn't improved. Um, the way they go about stuff just haven't improved. They haven't scored goals under the previous manager, under this manager. So Norwich just is in shambles right now. And, as Ron rightly say, Arsenal is in, supreme form. And, Arteta look like he has a strong hold on the team, and, the team is playing how he wants them to play, obviously. I spoke about Crappers the other day, and, a lot of persons don't give him love, but, I think he's finding a little bit of role in the side. He's not scoring as he should, but, he's assisting, and he's, I think he's playing some really good football. And I'm going to have the tip I'm going to give is Arsenal and over 2.5 for this game. This is going to be an easy game for Arsenal. Arsenal is smiling, licking their chops, Saka and all those boys. So I'm going Arsenal 3-0 here.
Okay, and before I move to the next game, I see Michael right now saying that a which man over me here to support Chelsea and Arsenal. All he must give enough. And I believe that is in reference to I don't want to call the person name. The person will call him. The person know who it is. I don't want to say it, and the producer definitely don't want to say it. So the person actually know themselves. So before we move on to the next game, I have another giveaway again, another round of $200 credit for another viewer for a show. And the question this time around is, in what position were Manchester City on Boxing Day last season before they went on to... Hold on a second.
I might have to call in, man.
Yeah.
What a credit.
Let me just throw away that question, because the answer was posted. So I'm going to throw away that question. So producer, you have to come up with another question. But all right, here it goes. When was the last time Aston Villa and Chelsea played each other on Boxing Day, and what was the scoreline? That is the question. So when was the last time Aston Villa and Chelsea played against each other on Boxing Day, and what was the scoreline? That's the question. I'm going to post it in the comment section so you guys can actually answer to the question. So hold on a second, let me do it. But in the meantime, before we have this jet lag, let's just move on quickly to Man City against Leicester on Sunday as well. What's this one going this time around, Kims?
Who's at home? Leicester?
Man City.
All right, so we already, there's not really much for me to say about this, but we already know how Leicester away form has been, and we have already seen how Manchester City has been, throughout the whole season since that loss against Crystal Palace. I just believe Man City is totally. I think it's a bad matchup for Leicester. I think it's a bad matchup for Leicester, and I just think Manchester City is better and in every single position, including coaching better, defense better, midfield better, and even though they don't have no striker, the forward line better because they're scoring more. I think they score 44 and only concede 9. But obviously I have City to win this game. I have City to win this game quite comfortably. I'm really impressed though with Madison. And what the other brother named Patson Daka. I'm really impressed with those players. So I look forward to an exciting game. But obviously City is just in a world of form right now, and I have City winning. I have City winning. I have City winning 3-0.
All right, Ron, let's see this one going.
City at home, Leicester will struggle. But the thing about it, guys, is that Leicester, if there's a team in the Premier League that can probably hurt City, we fancy Leicester on a good day because they have weapons and they play. If they play vertical football, City with that high back line, we saw what Leicester did to a very, very second string, probably some people say third string Liverpool team in the Carabao Cup for that first half. We saw where Leicester was able to expose that high back line and get in behind. Struggling to see Leicester doing that to this City team. Leicester, they seem almost out on their legs as the game wore on at Anfield. They struggled late on. Players probably are going to be a bit jaded because they gave a lot and they really wanted to make the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. And I think that will take its toll. City, we know Pep has so many options because the mere fact that they are basically selling Ferran Torres guys to Barcelona, and it's as if they haven't skipped a beat because they haven't missed the Spaniard, and he's also another good player. So I really expect City to have the measure of Leicester, giving Leicester a puncher's chance because they have weapons. But I think key with the ones that because we know what Vardy can do despite his age and legs. 35. Yes, we know he'll still be able to score some goals. Daka and Madison, yes, they are the young ones coming through. Tielemans, since he has come back from the injury, guys, hasn't looked the same player. Seems a bit short of work. Struggling to influence games like he did. We remember how dynamic he was against. Yes, it was a poor United team on the day, but you have to play who is in front of you. Tielemans looked a class act. Then he will have his hands full trying to pit his wits against his countryman De Bruyne and all those magicians in City's midfield. I think City will win the midfield, and I think they will have the measure of Leicester. I think Leicester will score though. So, but I'm thinking probably 4-1 in the favor of the citizens.
All right, so finally, we have a question for another giveaway, another round of $200 credit to give away, and here it goes. When was the last time Aston Villa and Chelsea played each other Boxing Day, and what was the scoreline? That is the question. So there it is on the screen. When was the last time Aston Villa and Chelsea played each other on Boxing Day, and what was the scoreline? And guys, the number for you to call is right there on the screen. It's 919-5816. So you can go ahead and call and give your answer. I see Michael Reynolds saying that he expects Leicester to win by 2-1. A miracle in Manchester. And he's also saying that Leicester have a decent recent history against City still. I see Michelle saying that easy peasy for Man City. I'm not sure if it'll be so easy peasy, but the only time will tell because Leicester has been choking. But let us see what they fare in this one. Next up on the agenda will be the same two teams that I just mentioned, and I'm awaiting the call. So, viewers, go ahead, give us a call, and leave your answer.
Them a Google, man.
And it is about the same match that I just asked the question. So it will be Aston Villa taking on Chelsea on Sunday at 12:30 p.m. And I saw Aldan earlier on saying that he's going to predict a Chelsea loss, and he has never done that before. So he's seen his team losing this game. Now, Kems, you look at these two teams. I know that you're a huge fan of Aston Villa, especially Stevie G.
Yep.
And as I mentioned in the caption of the video, Gerrard to vilify a further dent in Chelsea. Well, let me rephrase. Gerrard to vilify a further slip in Chelsea title chase. What say you this time?
I struggle with this game, especially when I make a betting thing, because try to get my tickets in order. I struggle with this game. I know Aston Villa won't lose this game, but I'm just wondering if the game will draw or Aston Villa will win. All right. I'm not sure about the COVID situation. That is what really puzzles me. I'm not sure about the COVID situation with Aston Villa. Neither am I sure with the COVID situation with Chelsea, because what I've realized with these COVID situations is that you can be today Friday, you can be up today, and then by tomorrow you hear say this player not playing, that player not playing. But the players that I saw that was available when I watched Steven Gerrard's press conference. Again, I've said it many times. Steven Gerrard has come into the Premier League and he showed that he belongs there. Showed that he belongs there, and he played Manchester City. He played them tough even though he lost. Played Liverpool, played them tough, very respectable. Chelsea now, this would be, and I know I said this about West Ham and Southampton, where I say, West Ham should be happy that they're seeing Southampton. Chelsea at this point, should be very disheartened that they're seeing Aston Villa right now. A very pumped up Aston Villa side, a very motivated Aston Villa side, and Aston Villa side that had their game last week postponed. So, I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure how bad is the COVID situation, but I believe that the players are fresh. I believe the players are ready. And, if it's one thing about Steven Gerrard, the Liverpool man, is that he doesn't want Chelsea to win this game. He wants to win this game. He wants these 3 points. Obviously, you play every match to win. But, in this particular game, I believe that Steven Gerrard wants these 3 points. And I believe that, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I think that they'll get it. I think that Aston Villa is so compact, and Rowan and Levan has said it that, Chelsea build-up play have been so slow. And when the build-up play being so slow, you're playing right into Aston Villa hands, because that is what Aston Villa wanted to do, right? But then, going the other way around, Aston Villa, for me, I like how their build-up play, I like how they're counter-attacking, I like how Chris they pass the ball. And my baller, they were just win, I think he wins Scottish Player of the Year, McGinn. I always think that guy is the glue guy for Aston
John
Villa,
McGinn.
because he does the things that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. A lot of persons say, "Oh, well, him not have no goal, him not have no assist," but the things that he does, very, very, very valuable to the team. So I'm going with an Aston Villa 2-1 victory.
All right, so we have a call online. Shanila, good night.
Good night.
All right, so you ready to answer to the question?
Here.
All right, so let me just rephrase the question. When was the last time Aston Villa and Chelsea played each other on Boxing Day, and what was the scoreline?
2007, and they draw 4-4.
Okay, congrats. 200 digital credits all yours. Thanks for participating, and I hope that you continue supporting Sports Frenzy. And if you celebrate Christmas, hope you have a merry one.
All right, we'll take a free when it comes as well.
We don't celebrate Christmas over here. All right, enjoy your night.
Yeah, man, I think.
All right, so another 200 credit has gone. That's what now, Predator 3?
Yeah, 3.
Yes, so we have 2 more to give away. And producer, let's circle 2 more questions on forward. In regards to Ron, how you see this one going?
If Aston Villa had to time to play against Chelsea, I think they would have chosen this particular match day, because Chelsea struggling. Yes, they got the result in midweek in the Carabao Cup, and they have advanced to the Carabao Cup semi-finals. But in league play, they have struggled even before they were struck by the last cases of COVID. The results have not been forthcoming. We spoke about the build-up play, their inability to play quickly through the lines, and how easy they have been to defend against, despite the fact that they have routinely bossed possession. And because of that, I really can't see how they are going to break down this Aston Villa defense unless they play quicker through the lines. So I really think that in this case, I think I am going to go with a draw, because I think this game it has draw written all over it. I think both teams will cancel each other out. Kim spoke about John McGinn, one of those unsung heroes. When you look at Aston Villa team, most of those players are what you consider to be average players. Good players, yes, but they just do their jobs adroitly. The two fullbacks, they bomb forward. We have Nakamba or sometimes Sanson in midfield. There's so many good players that they have on show at Villa Park. So I think Aston Villa will be able to get the result. If Chelsea plays a bit quicker, I think both teams can see each other out. And I'm going to go on the fence, guys, and I'm going to say that Aston Villa Chelsea, it's going to be a score draw, probably 1-1. But I just don't think that Chelsea is in sync right now. Too many good players, but Tuchel has to arrest the slide really, really quickly, or he'll find himself firmly out of the title race.
All right, so before I read some of the comments, I have another giveaway of credit. So the question is, Riyad Mahrez has played in 5 Boxing Day matches, and how many did he win? So I'm just going to go ahead and read some of these comments. So here's Matt Bryan saying that most Chelsea players are back. Also, Aldan saying that think Chelsea go lose 2-1. Tuchel tactics will fail us once again. However, I am looking for some positives in the attacking department. And as I mentioned that, we have a caller coming through. All right, caller, good night.
Hey, hello, good night.
Who is?
Yeah, man, I do, man. Demar.
All right, shoot them more.
Honestly, Real Madrid
Yes, that?
Yeah.
Repeat the answer.
The answer is Real Madrid has lost all 5 Boxing games.
All right, congrats, boss. That's 200 credit for you. And Demar is a City supporter, so I expect Demar would have known this. But congrats and continue supporting Sports Frenzy.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
Is there anything you want to say about your team?
Well, I think so the title race.
Yes, the title race over.
Well, I say, we can't lose it again. Can't lose it.
Remember that this is recording of them, or this is not like Facebook where posts can get easily deleted, you know.
Man, but I'm not sure lose it. It's kind of farm Chelsea drop off of Liverpool as a lose some players.
All right, so you what them are. I see Michael Reynolds in the comment section saying that I should ask you when City are going to win a Champions League.
When City are winning a Champions League, they don't say we are winning this season. I think we are winning this season.
Yes, so you think you win it this season? We say you clean sweep everything this season.
We are go for the treble.
All right, bro.
Treble, man. Firing it back.
All right, bro. Send your info to the producer.
Okay.
All right, and respect for the call.
Yeah, man.
All right, so that's what 4 credit down now. You guys have been attentive tonight and you have been participating. I appreciate that. I see another comment up here that I really want to have brought up. Where it is? All right, so yeah, here it is. Aldan saying that Michael, I don't think him will get fired. Maybe at the end of the season. Let us see. But next up, the next game will be Brighton against Brentford on Sunday at 3 p.m. That's a late game. And if you look at it, Brighton are desperate right now. The fans are against this coach. They have started to kind of play lethargic, in my opinion, and they need to sign a striker in the January window. I keep on saying Neil Maupay is just not it. Leandro Trossard as a number 9, just not it. And if you're going to depend on Danny Welbeck, you know that you're in trouble. Now, Rowan, you look at this one, and boy, before I even mention Rowan, here's this man. This man is just a sensational listener. Sharing Bannock once again. Brighton 2-1 over Brentford. Maupay. This man Maupay for some reason. But Rowan, you look at this one. For me personally, this looks like a draw to me. I don't know how you see this one.
It looks like it has a draw written all over it because both teams they struggle to get the ball into the back of the net regularly. When you look at away team, in this case Brentford, Mbeumo, he has hit the woodwork a total of 7 times, guys. We're not even halfway through the season, and for a player to hit the woodwork 7 times, it shows that they have been carving chances out, but they just haven't taken them. And I think they are definitely short of goals. When you look at their options, even when Tony is fit, Tony hasn't looked the same player who basically tore up the championship. We know it's a different level, but some players have been able to make that step up. He hasn't. He has looked more like the journeyman who was on the books for Newcastle all those years ago. And I think all the hype around him has cooled really quickly. I always had my suspicion because I watched him in the championship, and I knew of him from 2015 when he was, yes, admittedly a youngster at St. James's Park. But when you look at the home team, in this case, Brighton, they will boss possession, probably 60% possession, but you struggle to see how they will have a cutting edge. You spoke about their feelings in front of goal, Levon, and correctly so. Trossard is a wonderfully talented player, but I think they need something more potent up front. Sometimes when they play, their biggest attacking weapon is Lamptey from fullback, which is an indictment because they have so many technically sound players playing for them. And yes, the pressure is mounting at the American Express Arena on Graham Potter. And it just shows you the lifespan of a coach. It's very, very short, guys, because Potter a couple months ago he was the flavor of the month, playing expansive football. Started very, very well. Went to Anfield, basically played Liverpool on even keel and got a deserved 2-2 draw in the autumn. But they have struggled as the winters approach, and I really can't see how they will be able to break down that 3-man back line for Brentford. So I'm going with you, Levon. I'm going for a draw because I think they will share the chances, but I struggle to see how they will take the chances that they will be on offer. And I'm going with a 0-0 draw here.
All right, so Kims, before I get your prediction, Michelle is asking, why are you in a Man United jersey when you're an Aston Villa fan? You're muted, bro. Yeah, go ahead.
Michelle, to be honest with you, I had an Aston Villa jersey, 2 of them. And them tell me say it's ship that come from England, right? And I know it's supposed to deliver December 20. Still a look fit. So right now, Aston Villa not in my good graces right now. Because I know I can't get my jersey. So if I wear one, I have my boss. So sorry. That's pardon me for tonight. I'm not wear it, man. Pardon me for tonight.
All right, boss. This Brighton and Brentford game, I tell you, and I'm just licking my hands together right now, Kens, because as it come me, you look pocket I got burn, because I told you that Brentford is not going to get relegated. And I remember that with prediction at this one, I said, yes, man, remember all Leeds are play and all that. I said they're not going to go down. So I know that you currently dislike the coach of Brighton, but you also dislike Brentford because you want them to go down. So what are you picking for this one?
All right, so let us put things in context, right? You have been using that excuse for weeks now, Kens. Well, Michelle, we on for the boss. I don't feel ship it out. Hey, check me out. When I hear the Brighton coach, but clearly he is overhyped, overrated.
Is he though? Is he though, Kems? Kems, is he though? Really?
Got to be Rowan.
When you look at the players, that he has on his books, those are hardly world beaters. Let's call a spade a spade. By the way, I'm sorry to interject because I want to hear your analysis on this game. But are you aware of the work that he did prior to coming to England with Oscarson, had them in the Champions League and all of that? For you to go on a limb, Kems, and say that he's overhyped, I don't think he got this backing just purely on the work that he has done on the South Coast of England. I think if you check on what he did prior to becoming Brighton manager and replacing Chris Hughton, I think it's deserving. But yes, I understand that they probably need to shadow the brakes to use your terminology around him, but I don't think he is an overhype. I think he's a very good coach. I think he has a set of players who are punching above their weight. We know that they don't score enough goals and they play attractive football. So I think you need to probably cut the slack that you are giving Graham Potter.
No, Rowan, but let us be fair now. Let us be fair in our analysis. When is it that we can call him out? Because I believe in the last 12 games for Brighton, there has been 10 draws. 10 draws, I think 1 W and 1 L. And Rowan, these are not no Man United, no Chelsea, no Liverpool. These are not those big hitters when we can say, well, all right, these are some Evertons, some Burnley, some Norwich.
How highly do you rate the players, though? The players who play for Brighton? How highly do you rate them?
I rate someone. All right. So like,
do you rate Mwepu? Do you rate Bissouma?
Let me tell you who I rate. Bissouma, I like Bissouma a lot. I like Lamptey a lot. A lot. I like
Injury prone, hardly
and
plays,
injury
but you
prone.
rate him.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
injury prone. Right. I like Trossard a lot. Marpe for runway. I actually like Danny Welbeck too. I like Danny Welbeck. But
Lallana's pass is best. Pascal Gross's pass is best. So
yeah, but no, but
you're saying,
one
but
on the run. Okay, somebody has to take the blame. Who? All right, who can I blame?
and you're
Who
blaming.
can I
Hold up.
blame?
All right, Kems, hold up, Kems.
Yeah.
There was a particular game where they played against Leeds. Remember that game 11 where they absolutely battered Leeds, right? For like 90 minutes. You're going to blame Potter for Marpe missing from basically the doorstep. You're going to blame Moda from not hitting the target when he was basically looking squarely in the eyes of Ilian Melier. I think sometimes it's easy to blame one man in the manager as opposed to throwing all the players under the bus. And I understand the frustration because they dominate games and they really should close them out or take the chances.
Exactly.
But there are some cases where...
Right, you know what's weird though? Came someone in the normal come on here and said that we need to stop shoulder all the blame on Ole. And the players need to be held accountable.
I know, but here he is now throwing Potter with
No.
set of average players under the bus.
I couldn't get you with this because even though I hold players accountable, I hold Marpe accountable. Bissouma came out and said he's the best midfielder in the world. I've hold him accountable and said
you never say that this.
Do you think that Bissouma is overhyped though? Hold up, Kems. Do you think that Bissouma is overhyped? Because you're saying that Potter is overhyped. Do you think that Bissouma is overhyped?
No, because I don't think.
Or do you think the Malian is as good as people are making?
I don't see Bissouma get as much hype as Graham Potter.
Are you kidding? Hold up.
Bissouma,
hold up, Kems. Bissouma has been linked. Bissouma has been linked with, but Bissouma has been linked, right, with a host of heavy hitters, right, in the Premier League. Has Graham Potter's name seriously made any rounds to be the manager any top tier team, whether in England or on the continent? Come on, Kems.
No, one on the run. All right. So let me go back. When I say overhyped, I'm not talking about in the English media. I'm just talking about in this particular sports frenzy.
That's a sports frenzy media.
Sports frenzy space. That's all I'm talking about. In terms of Bissouma, I'm probably one of the only persons never see big up Bissouma. But Graham Potter, every single analyst that comes on this show, them say they want this man take over Manchester United. Them say, boy, if Klopp leave Liverpool, Graham Potter forget the job.
Remember Arsenal with Arteta when they were playing.
Exactly. Exactly. So those are the things I'm talking about, Ron. So listen, I'm not saying that the man is not a good coach. He has coached football well, but again, if your players are not performing to the standard they need to perform to, I have to look at you at the course. What are you doing? All right.
Are those players able to play much better than what they have exhibited? Have you ever seen Pascal Gross play better anywhere else? Has Lallana shown that he's still the same player that we saw Southampton years ago? They're an average bunch. Cucurella was on the books of Barcelona, right? He went to Getafe. He's now finding himself on the South Coast. So they have decent players, yes, but to just be going at Potter like that because of what people say, I think I hold it to a higher standard, Kims. And
No, Rowan. Look on the thing, honestly. For the last 12 games, may I be serious now? For the last 12 games, 1 win, 10 draws, 1 L, right? That's the last 12 games of them have, right? And I'm saying, Rowan, right? And you can tell me, at what point do we look at the coach and say, Coach, boy, is this the right man for the job? At one point do we say, is this the right man? Because remember, if it was Ole on the call for him head, Arteta on the call for him head, even when
stick up in right here. I'm going to stop you. You know why? Which club does Ole manage or Ad manage?
And you have to look at the resources that they have available to
Exactly.
them.
I always talk about resources, Kims. You have to look at
Transfer
resources. That is
kitty
a
that
key
they
factor.
have afforded to them. Come on, Kims. You
All
are
right,
better than this.
okay, all right. So then we should be okay with these results. I'm just try to get a mutual ground, a mutual understanding.
I didn't say that, Kims, but to basically, for want of a better term, to be throwing him under the bus, I think that is disingenuous because you are comparing him with managers who have significantly and infinitely more resources available at their disposals.
I just believe again. I just believe that if you are a manager of the caliber that they say you are, Levon, come on here religiously and tell me how great Graham Potter is and everything. And I say, okay, no problem. Every time
Okay.
somebody tell me
Okay,
somebody who
sensationalist. Don't misquote this man. I didn't disagree.
no, so when somebody come and them tell me about a particular player or a manager, then I start keying on them. And what I'm saying is that okay, yes, Brighton play good attacking football. Cool, no problem. But I'm saying we are in a sport where it's a results business, right? And you see even the fans them are boo boo boo. Even
Question.
everybody else say,
All right. Question, Kims.
yes,
And
sir.
I think we're probably stayed on this a bit too long. I don't know what's on the agenda for Levon and the rest of the program. But quick question: do you think if he was given a decidedly better crop of players, do you think the results would be better? What do you think? I want to get an understanding
Um,
as to what do you
to,
think of Potter, the manager?
all right. To be honest, Rowan. I can't answer that question objectively. I'm not sure. I don't know. I believe. Listen, I believe he's a good manager because obviously, he's playing some good football. But I'm saying where the results are concerned, like we just now get the results from him. That's all I'm saying. I just need the results. The results is not backing it up, and I'm saying that after 5 games, then we can say, all right, then. All right, the transfer window is coming up now in January, and I understand that Brighton don't have the money where United have, where Chelsea have, and so. But I'm saying you realize goal scoring is an issue for you as a coach. As a coach, there must be something. As a great coach, there must be something, some player out there that you can say, well, Marpe is not cutting it for me. Marpe is not cutting. I need to get another striker here or there. Like something like we just can't understand how you play 12 games and it's 10 draws against some Norwich, against some Burnley. Not no world beaters.
Do you
You're
have an
supposed to be
issue with his
beating these teams.
tactics? Do you have an issue with his tactics though? Because
I've
you're
no, I've an issue with his selection, with his play, with his personnel.
All right,
That's
so
what I have an
Kims,
issue with.
Kims, one correction though. He
Yeah.
actually wanted a striker from the summer. That's why they went
precisely
after Darwin Nunes. It was
Darwin
also
Nunes at
his
Benfica, who
hierarchy that
decided to
never
stay
spent the
at
money on him.
Estadio Dragao. Yeah, we
Who-
Levon and I have spoken about this on numerous occasions because we rate Darwin. We think he has the wherewithal to cut it in the Premier League. He's physical, he's mobile, he's inconsistent, but we think that he would have been a good long-term investment. And because the fact that he's just 21 going 22, so he would have a high resale value. We spoke about this, but yes, he didn't get that striker, Kims. But I think
Okay.
based on what they have, I think what was fooling people, Kims, was the fact that they were punching above their weight early in the season. But when you look at the players, yes, they play decent football. And guess what, guys? They remind me of Swansea. Swansea under loud drop. That would play pretty football, but you just know that they wouldn't hurt you. They all that intricate passing, but it was passing without any precision because they didn't have a focal point that would give you 20, 25 goals. And I think that if Potter is given a fair fist at a club with a bigger budget and bigger ambitions, I think he has it because his tactics are spot on. He plays the game in the way that I want it to be played. And I just think while I understand Kim's frustration because they have dominated many games, I think that some of the players really have to have to bear the brunt. And no one more so than the outspoken Neil Maupay, who cost them big money when they signed him when they were in the championship. And yes, he scored goals to get them in the Premier League, but he hasn't shown that he's a striker to take them forward long term.
Yep. All right, so I have one final credit giveaway for the night, and I don't know why my two fellow panelists is actually trying to make it hard for the viewers, but they said that the questions have been too butt up on kids. So this time around, I'm trying to make it a little bit more harder for you guys. And with the final question of the night, for the giveaway of $200 digital credit, here it goes. In what position was Manchester City after the Boxing Day match last season? And how many points were they behind the leaders Liverpool before they went on to win the title? So here's the question on the screen, and I'll read again. In what position was Man City after the Boxing Day match last season? And how many points were they behind the leaders Liverpool before they went on to win the title? The question is pinned in the comment section, so you guys will see it there again. And the number is on the screen to call. So $200 digital credit will be yours if you can call in and give us the answer to that question. The final game of this midweek not midweek, I mean the weekend Boxing Day fixtures, it will be the team that cannot catch a break versus a team that has been on a break for a while. I can say that, trust me, Man United have been on a holiday, and I hope that Ralph has gotten time to implement whatever he has to implement, and Runway will need to get run away. I see some Man United fans talking about they want him to give Martial a chance. Or the chance I want Martial to get that chance to go through that door. Kems is one that wants to see his boy Pogba back, but sadly for him, his boy Pogba won't be back as yet. Still out. Varane is in training, but I don't think Ralph is going to rush him, so more like we'll see a Maguire in the partnership. But the big question now for Kems is that Alex Telles or Luke Shaw, who are you going to start? Muted.
Right now, I will start Tillis. I'll start Tillis right now because from what I've seen, if I'm judging the last couple of games of Luke Shaw and the last couple of games of Tillis, I really like what I see from Tillis, and from Okal, Luke Shaw the best left back in the world. He regressed badly. He regressed badly to the person who Mourinho used to style and class. He regressed to that kind of level. Tellez, I think Tellez was waiting for an opportunity. I believe under Ole, he didn't get as much opportunities. Like Ole will give one thing with Ole, he will give one opportunity and you don't wow him and you reach the bench and you never get to back the field. But I believe under this new coach, I believe that he has a new life, a new slate, and I believe he has impressed thus far. And I definitely want to see him start against Newcastle for sure.
All right, so Kems, in regards to the game itself now, right?
Yes.
How is it going? Because Newcastle has been on a rut and they won't come out of this slump until they sign some players. So you think that it's a walkover for United, or you think that they'll actually pose a challenge? And producer, correct me if I'm wrong, but in recent history, hasn't United played against Newcastle on almost every Boxing Day?
Quite a number of times.
Yeah.
Quite a couple of them.
So Kems, go ahead.
All right, so it's hard because the last time I saw Manchester United play a football game, I was bitterly disappointed. They played against Norwich and, I didn't see any pressing. They were still indecisive whether they wanted to press, whether they wanted to, stay back and hit on the counter, but again, new coach, Mr. Press Conference. So, I'm not killing him, but I believe he has, his last press conference, which is always entertaining, he said that everybody is back in training, apart from Paul Pogba, right? So I'm interested to see the team that he puts out there, and how him go ahead and set up. But Newcastle is in shambles right now. Newcastle do not want to see another strong team, another a Manchester United team who is going out there looking for points. Every game is an audition for these players. January is right around the corner. As you said that you want Marshall out the door, he couldn't go out the door soon enough. So every game is an audition for these players, and I believe that this will be. I don't know what to make of United, but I think they'll win the game. I just think they'll find a way to win. I really like how Fred has come along. Fred has actually, looked proper under this
Got a
manager.
Brazilian passport.
One name Dallo has looked really good. I really want Dallo in the side. Wan-Bissaka You know, with the film
Sell
slide
him.
tackles and so can stay. Yeah, he can leave in January as well. You know, we need to get rid of some of the dead weight and so. But I believe that Manchester United will win this game. You know, nice. So some crazy things always happen on Boxing Day. You know, one even though we are predict these games, trust me,
Facts.
some crazy some 5-4,
That's facts.
6-5 and all them things always happen on Boxing Day. I just hope it's not. And I'm sorry that Manchester United have to be last because we should play first so we can just sit down and relax and watch the rest of the games. Then, but I think United will find a way to win this game. I think they have seen that. I think they respect this coach. They have seen that this coach is no nonsense. And you know, when people say, "Oh, they want to leave," the man say, "Well, there's the door. Go ahead and leave." You
Yeah,
know,
man.
so
So,
it's no nonsense.
Kieran McKenna from the coaching staff saying want to leave it, and the man said, "Okay, no
Yeah,
problem. He's now at Ipswich." All the
yep,
man did was just brought over a different coach. Simple as
yep,
that.
yep. That's it. So you know, so I don't know. I don't think every player want to impress. So I think I'm giving Manchester United a 3-0 victory.
All right. Give me a second. Ron. This player I want to ask you about because Ralph spoke glowingly about him, and that is Hannibal Meshbury. What's your thought on him?
Very, very highly touted around Carrington. Always getting rave reviews when I score the media young starlets. The thing about it is that he is versatile. He is able to play in a number of positions. There is still some conjecture as to what will be his final spot in terms of where he plays his trade, whether it's
Need
as
to
a
hit the
deep
gym.
line, deep line player, or if he plays further forward. But wherever he plays, I think United has a gem on their hands. Yes, I mean some people are saying he needs to hit the gym. He's a bit slight in terms of, but we have to be careful because you don't want him to bulk up too much and take away from his natural agility. But technically, very very gifted. Able to see a pass, able to be players without basically breaking a sweat. It's a player I have a lot of time for, so I think he's definitely one to watch out for. As it relates to the game, though,
All right,
hard
hold
to
on a
go
second. Hold on a
against.
second before we move on. In regards to that, you know, reason why I brought him up as well. I don't remember if you and I had this conversation, but he, along with Gavi and this player from PSG, Edward Mitchell, were mentioned in the
Edward
same
McKee, yes,
conversation.
yes, we spoke about him.
Okay, so continue about the game.
Uh, as it relates to the game, though, it's difficult to see how Eddie Howe will get anything from this game. Two new managers. Yes, we decide the different uh, squads and in terms of expectations, because we know that Ralph is it's interim, and we know that he will take on a different role come end of the season. While Eddie Howe, he has inherited a squad that is very very suspect, short of goals, not able to keep clean sheets, decide the object in midfield, can't, as you said when you were talking about the game, can't seem to catch any luck. They have played against the heavy hitters, and they have come out on the wrong side. They have been destroyed in a number of games. They have taken quite a battering. Can't see United dropping points here. United sometimes, like Arsenal, as I mentioned earlier, they sometimes find ways of making it difficult for themselves. We mentioned the fact that these two teams, they usually play quite a number of games on Boxing Day. Remember one particular game late in Fergie's tenure at Old Trafford when they played against Newcastle, and it was a classic Boxing Day classic. You guys remember? Remember when Overton was playing for United, then he went to Newcastle and all of that. So the thing about it, I expect United to win. Kims, I think, said what, 3-0. I have to agree with him. Can't see how United fluff their lines, and they need to put points on the board, guys, because yes, Arsenal has played a couple of games more, but United still needs to put the results on the board. Tottenham, they will also keep an eye on them, because you don't want them to be too far adrift when it's all down to the final stretch. So I think United wins 3. I'm gonna say United wins 4-0. It's going to be fascinating, guys, to see how Ralph selects this team, because we know he's going to usually go with his 4-2-2-2
2-1 formation, but it is interesting to see which players are going to fill those positions, especially supporting Ronaldo, because Sancho hasn't really impressed as how we expected him to. Yes, he's still a young player finding his feet, and I think the expectations have decidedly affected his. And he's the type of player, guys. You look at his demeanor; he's almost like an Anthony Martial. Tends to sulk a lot, and I think he needs to put a performance down because. And I think Martial, if he gets an opportunity, remember that he has been courted by Newcastle, so he may very well be playing against potential suitors.
Bro, Marshall not getting any chance. On the chance Marshall get is on the bench. Come
Well,
from there.
Well, it would be good to put him on so that that he can potentially impress, and then you guys can get him out the door as early as the window opens.
True.
All right, so we have a caller on the line, and I believe it's Anthony Henry. So the question, let me read it again. In what position was Manchester City after the Boxing Day match last season, and how many points were they behind the leaders Liverpool before they won the title? What's the answer to that, Anthony?
Okay, good night, everyone. So they were in 9th place, but they had 20 points.
I don't think you understand how I actually phrase the question. So let me rephrase it. In what position were they after the Boxing Day match? Right?
Oh,
And how much points were they behind Liverpool? Because Liverpool was leading the title chase at that point in time. So try again, Anthony. I'm going to give you another opportunity. What do you think is the answer?
They never played on Boxing Day. No. I think their match was cancelled or something. They had COVID.
Last season. So let's not get into Anthony. I said, in what position were they after the Boxing Day match?
The Boxing Day results?
Yes, what position were they?
They were in 9th position.
How much points were they behind Liverpool?
They were 8 points behind Liverpool.
Sorry, Anthony. I'm trying to be really.
That's fine.
I really want to give you the credit in the boss, but I give you 2 try, and the 2 try that I give you just failed. Try again next time.
No problem.
Because we're going to have some giveaway probably when we have a next show next week. So try it that time. All right. Respect for the call still.
Hey, you know when I don't know if this ever reached to me, like when they did in like primary school, and your mother asked you some questions, 2 plus 2, 3 plus 3, and you mash them up, and then she drop a question for you. Like, yes, I just crush it. And then that reason to the one going to the serious have the answer, Pat, man.
Yeah, man.
James, I got to mention that because like it was like while I was in I believe it was grade 4, I entered the spelling bee, like the parish spelling bee.
Yeah.
The word that come forward in the boss, but just mash up everything in it. And then the pronunciation of the word was wrong still because the man said narcotic. From I heard narcotic, immediately a heart came into my head. Yeah. After I spelled the word 2 times, man said it wrong. When he actually showed me the word was nautica. It wasn't my fault because he pronounced the word wrong, but still end up getting wrong. So just what I'm thinking there, Anthony. Just circle back next week, Anthony.
Anthony, a good you, man.
Yeah, man, it's a good you. If it was one of those other night that I haven't given away any already, I'll just give it to him. But let's circle back next week. Any final thoughts from you guys in regards to any topic whatsoever? Because I know that I'm probably more than sure that Kims won't be having a show tomorrow.
Why? NFL? Yeah, man.
You will be?
Keep tomorrow, man. I mean, man.
Wonderful.
Sure, keep big NFL tomorrow, and the Green Bay Packers are playing tomorrow. Guys, for those living in the States, y'all need to download the Fox app. They're giving away a house if you predict the NFL games correctly. What better than that? It's free, no money at all. You just try select the game, who going to win and by how many points. 5 games, I think. and you win a house, right? If you do that, so just try your luck. But what I want to say really quickly, I want to talk about my Lakers. I don't know if they're my Lakers anymore because right now it's impossible that LeBron can have such a game and Westbrook can have such a game and we lose by 28 points to the Spurs. A player on the Spurs, I don't remember what his name, Diop or something. That man is averaging 3.8 points for the season. And the man scored 30 points last night against the Lakers on 11 for 11 shooting. Right? Did not miss a shot. And then Spurs best player went 3 for 16. And Lakers still lose by 28. Right now, the Lakers all. Right now, the Lakers can't defend. The Lakers can't stop me, you, or Ron. Like, it's just absolutely pathetic right now. And I'm not saying that they should trade Westbrook or trade this or trade that, but we need some defenders on the team. We need some young players. We need some hungry players.
So Kim, one question before you go
Yeah.
on. At your LA Lakers right now, because I don't support that team. I'm a JSW fan. Whenever LeBron leave, I'll go back to the Lakers. But other than that, no.
Yeah.
But what I'll ask you is that would you as a you're not a Laker fan. I just remember that you're a LeBron fan, but you support Lakers right now.
Mm-hmm.
So would you take Ben Simmons at Lakers right now along with Russell Westbrook?
Not with Russell. Not with Russell. I would trade Ben Simmons for Russell right now because I think Ben Simmons, but I don't think Philly would want Westbrook, especially with the what did they have for Houston? I don't remember his name right now, but
Marley.
yeah, him. He had Westbrook over Houston, and then they got out of town and so I don't think he would take Westbrook in Philly, even though I believe Westbrook would be a better fit in Philly than he is in LA because they have Embiid, they have Tobias Harris, they have Seth Curry, so they have a much more pieces than the Lakers have. But I think if Ben Simmons come to the Lakers, it gives us defense. It gives us, because this man is, our defense team. Obviously, he can't shoot trees, but he gives us a lot more than Russell Westbrook is giving us, and he doesn't turn over the ball quite as much and make stupid decisions. So, I would take Ben Simmons right now, and I want Miles Turner from the Indiana Pacers. I would take him right now too, and I just was saying, Darren Collison, he had retired in 2019, but him come out of retirement. Very good point guard, very good defender. Signed a 10-day contract, 10-day hardship contract. So, we'll see where that go. But right now, Lakers in trouble. If you have LeBron scoring 36 and playing 39, 40 minutes at his age, we're in big trouble. Right now, we play the Phoenix Suns the other night. The Phoenix Suns really tie with it. Like the man them just, all right, time for turn it up now. And Lakers just couldn't.
Yeah, the man gonna feel like couldn't win a chance in the first half,
Yep,
and the second half, I'm gonna say, here what? Playtime is over.
Turn it up now. Yep. Javel McGee, who Lakers let go. I kill the Lakers.
Precisely.
McGee
top scored at 19 points. It was like,
yeah. The man scored like 19 points in like almost 13 minutes or something like that.
And they had 9 players in double figures, guys. Like,
yes, sir.
That shows that the Lakers just can't defend.
Can't stop nobody.
And before I get to Rowan, Kim, one further point before we move on, because Demo is one that come every night and talk about his Jai, but Jai is back, and what has happened to Memphis?
I'll talk about it on Sunday, man. But all I say, I told you guys, when he comes back, watch how go on.
All right,
so Demo enjoy himself for the little vacation, why.
All right, Rowan, what you have to talk about any sport?
All right, it's the Boxing Day test, but just to continue with Kim's point to read that potential trade. I think the problem, yes, from a Lakers perspective, I know you're talking as a pure Lakers or LeBron fan here. It would be a better fit, obviously, with Simmons as opposed to Westbrook, because Simmons, his defense is it's all. He can defend all 5 positions, the length on the perimeter, the quickness, all of that. Yes, we know and it's not that he can't shoot, he just doesn't want to shoot, as opposed to Westbrook, who shoots a lot. And I think Westbrook, obviously you spoke of the falling out with Morley when they were at Houston, and I think it would be a good fit based on the fact that Westbrook at his age, he can't play downhill anymore. He can't get to the rim as often. And then Embiid, yes, we know he can play away from the hoop, but Embiid is best when he's in the low post. So I don't think that would be a good fit. But yes, if they can somehow get another player involved in that trade, and it could be like a good trade. But I don't think Westbrook directly going to Philly would be a good fit. But if you're able to get Ben Simmons in, I think you definitely should go for it, because at 6'10", able to see over the defense. I'm able I think he probably needs to not play anymore point guard, because I think when you play point guard, you definitely have to have an outside shot, or have to at least shoot so they respect you. And I think his reticence in shooting has negated what we thought would have been a very good career so far. Yes, I know he was a bit overhyped when he came in, because we knew of his feelings as a shooter, but I think he has regressed significantly because of his reluctance to shoot. But quickly, guys, I know Kim's is an avid cricket follower. The Boxing Day test, it starts in 2 days' time. Australia, they have all the aces. England struggling badly. They need a pickup. We figure that their best chance would have been in that second test, because one, because of the conditions, and two, more importantly, because of how depleted Australian attack. Even with Mitchell Stark, because Stark was under the pump, he had been struggling to get wickets consistently. Not looking at the bowler, who we know is a magician with the white ball in ODI and T20 cricket. Nonetheless, Australia was able to get the result with those players tipped to come back. Pat Cummins, who was taking out a test because we know the COVID. Hazelwood might play, might not play. This is a minor strain. They're still watching it. I think England, I think they will get back Bairstow in. I think Crawley is tipped to return at the top of the order instead of Hamid. Hamid, we know, guys, has talent, but he was always going to struggle because of playing with low hands in Australia. The bounce is going to get the best of him. We have seen where he has been exposed, and I think they need the extra pace of Mark Wood.
So Rowan seemingly has gone. As Ryan and I spoke about, I believe it was the other night, who said that if you really look at this England batting lineup, they actually need someone like Bairstow in it, because Bairstow had that attacking impetus, and he could be of really good help to them. Kim's is still there? Oh yeah. All right. This is where we're going to call it a night on the show, and all I have to say is that, guys, I'm disappointed in a lot of you. You know why? As the year keeps winding down, I saw that the views keep on dropping and dropping and dropping. And the producer and I can tell that we're disappointed about that. And we set out an objective, and you guys never helped us. We wanted 1,000 subscribers, and it is what? The 24th? I mean, yes, 7 days remain. You can get that easily. But guys, we're currently at what, 551 the last time I saw it. We need to get to that 1,000 subscribers soon. A lot of big things coming forward in regards to Sports Frenzy, and something else is in the pipeline. We can't announce it as yet. Kems has something up his sleeve, but we can't say it yet. We'll just leave it and let you guys just go and guess. But something is coming soon, and it will happen in the new year. But all I'll say to you guys, I need the support. We need the support over here at Sports Frenzy. So get us to that 1,000 subscribers. You can get everybody in your household, because now it's Christmas. So now is the perfect time, because all the family is gathering. So now is the perfect opportunity for you guys to just take their phone, not taking any 2 minutes, or as a matter of fact, just taking a minute and just subscribe and just get their thing and subscribe. Again, thanks to all of you that has supported us until this very day, and we are hopeful that you guys continue supporting us as we grow from strength to strength. Thanks to Rohan, who was here earlier. Thanks to Kims, who's still here. And Sherwin, I have to give you a shout out, because I want to give you a conk. Sherwin, stop making promises and you're not fulfilling them. You said you'd have been on the show tonight, and I'll know I can't see a pop up. So Sherwin, we have
the comment section.
We have something against him. So Sherwin, just know that we have you. But thanks to producer Josh Collins, makes it possible. And thanks to Andre Chelsea who sponsored the credit. Big up yourself, bro. Know that you can't get to watch all the shows, but you still watch whenever you can. And also, congrats to all our winners. Let me see if I remember all of them. Sherwin, Mark, Demar, and Shanilia. Continue supporting us. And until tomorrow, where you'll see, as the man says, and I'm going to quote him, whenever you see this handsome, beautiful face, you know that it's either the NBA podcast or the NFL podcast. So tomorrow you'll see that, man. Kim.
Yes,
So
sir.
congrats again, sir, on being the Sports Frenzy Analyst of the Year.
Thanks.
And until tomorrow, stay safe, guys. Don't party too much. Don't drink and drunk yourself. Drink responsibly and eat as much cake as you can. Eat as much, and I'm not encouraging the meat eater. Eat some vegetable. Eat healthy, and enjoy
Yes, sir.
enjoy your Christmas. Until tomorrow, stay safe, guys. Peace out.